I just got off a plane and I had been reading a lot about our Karen history. I'm really feeling compelled to share this story, and it's going to be very hard to tell and equally very hard for you to hear it, but it must be told. On or around December 16th, 1948, under the leadership of Chief Justice of Burma, they agreed that the Karen would receive constitutional consideration to have their own Karen state. While they purposefully gave our amazing Karen false hope for securing their land, right after that, the corrupt and brutal Burma regime immediately began a campaign to disarm all Karen villagers. This is how deceptive and corrupt the Burma regime is even today. 8 days later, on December 24th, on Christmas Eve, the corrupt and brutal Burma army assembled what they called Burma police. However, like it is today, the police and military are under the same reporting structure. They went to one of the largest, most beautiful Karen villages called Palaw, P-A-L-A-W, in the Tanasiram area between Tavoy and Mergui, known for its strong church and schools. The Burmese officials entered the village and demanded all the elders hand over all arms. Assurances were given that if they would comply, everything would be okay. They assured even a Karen officer that was there as well. The Karen elders conceded. All arms were handed over to the Burmese officials. The Karen then actually invited the Burma officials to stay for a Christmas carol celebration and partake in their usual Christmas Eve celebration with refreshments, and you can just imagine this. The Burma officials agreed and they attended. I want everyone to understand the setting. You see, every Christmas, it's such a favorite time for our beloved Karen. The singing of Christmas carols, inviting everyone to their homes every year. We all look forward to this. But before midnight, the Karen villagers assembled in the church and they were ringing the bells and they began singing worship songs. The Burmese thanked them, and just after leaving, what transpired is horrific. Knowing that the Karen were unarmed and worshiping for Christmas, the corrupted, brutal Burma regime returned. Suddenly, while the Karen were right in the middle of worship, with all their heart, the Burma police, having surrounded the church, began throwing grenades into the church. Explosions rang out from the grenades, and they continued. And those that did not die from the explosions within the church fled the church and were met by the corrupt and brutal Burma regime with a barrage of automatic gunfire, killing all of them. The Burma police then began burning the village, homes, schools. The death count just from the church alone was estimated at over 300. The news traveled fast as Karen were stung in their hearts for having this massacre that just occurred to their people. This was the last straw. The Burmese government excused this as a really big mistake, which really inflamed the Karen even more. More and more attacks ensued. This continued, and they continued disarming the Karen, going to villagers, burning things down, slaughtering unarmed women and children. We all know how this all continued. I want us to realize that until our Karen people are safe with their own land, Kathule, with the right for freedom and self-determination, and with their own independent security forces, KNDO and KNLA, anything short of this is simply not acceptable. I pray we all reflect on that Christmas Eve in 1948 when our Karen, after even inviting the enemy to stay for the celebration, were savagely, viciously, and brutally gunned down in cold-blooded murder. The corrupt and brutal Burma army continues even today with similar tactics and can never be trusted. I look forward to seeing you all on July 22nd, 2019, as we are joined by General Nerda Bomia and stand together in Washington, D.C. at the steps to the United States Capitol building for our people that are still suffering at the hands of the corrupt and brutal Burma regime. May God bless and protect our Karen people that are in Kathule and the 150,000 still imprisoned in camps. We stand with you. We will not be silenced. We will never give up. We love you.